Cadillac's North Star powertrain system is a gem, world-class, popular mechanics. Seville outsells the Lexus LS 400 and Infiniti Q45 combined. Count on Cadillac this summer to bring you a new Seville SLS with the North Star system at its lowest lease rate of the year. Just $499 a month for 36 months with $499 down. Cadillac, creating a higher standard. See your Cadillac dealer today.
Captain Jim Mackey was a fighter pilot in the Persian Gulf War. Today, he's one of hundreds of volunteers with the veterans of foreign wars, and he works with handicapped kids like Andy. Jim likes the fact that Andy has picked up a lot of confidence lately. What he doesn't like is that Andy is now the master of 12 galaxies, while he hasn't quite conquered any.
Just off the Pacific Coast Highway, there's a place where America ends and the Pacific begins, all right outside your window. It's the Seven Gables Inn overlooking Monterey Bay. 7 gables, 14 rooms, one spectacular view. So if you go, bring your wide-angle lens and your Visa card, because the Seven Gables Inn will take your breath away. But they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Colbert's second at 15, Frank.
That's a 9-iron from 129. You heard what he said to Willie, the caddy. That's a beautiful golf shot. He had a real tough little lie on the side of that hill. Looks pretty solid right now.
Back to 14.
Sigel has a decent lie. He doesn't have a lot of green to work with. Just take the sand wedge and lob it up in the air, try to carry it a couple yards on the green. Needed to carry it just a little bit further.
Summer Hayes, a bogey at 14 to fall to 10 under. Second shot.
Tough shot here. 104, but he's in the rough. Shouldn't have much spin. Wow, he carried that creek. He carried the creek by a foot. I hope he planned it like that.
He's developing quite a following. You heard the gallery reaction. He's become very popular. He's having a heck of a first start. 95, huh? Another man that's been popular here this week has been Buddy Allen.
He's been up and down all day. Got it back to 9 under here. That's from 99 yards. That also looks pretty good. Oh, the spin hurt him.
We showed you Floyd finishing up there at 5 under par. Lee Trevino had a 64 today. He finished up at -8. But Murphy and Colbert leading the charge. Kiefer birdied 13. This to go to 9 under. Whoa.
Really a slow putt coming up that hill, coming out of the valley. It's fooled the players all week long.
Aoki started the day at 5 under. This to go to 9 under at 16.
Very makeable putt, 18 feet, pretty much right straight up the hill. And who has played very well here in the past at Loch Lloyd.
Murph to go to 15 under.
From 27 feet, fairly flat, the ball will go right to left.
Murph was talking a little earlier in the week about the speed of the greens being a little slower than what he experienced last week in Ireland and what he expected the greens here at Loch Lloyd to be. But appears to me today he has figured out the speed pretty nicely.
Sigel for his par.
I think this is really a huge putt for Jay. He needs to knock this one in. He's only 3 behind. He still has some tough holes left. He could make 3 or 4 birdies coming in. He has tremendous length, and he hits so many good shots that it's just a matter of him knocking some of these putts in. Putt should be just right edge. Maybe just a shade outside. That was a very nice save.
Buddy Allen to go to 10 under at 15.
Buddy's got in a very flat part of the green here. That's just bad luck.
Wasn't sure earlier in the week how his double overlapping grip was going to hold up.
Well, I think it's working just fine. He went to it the last round of last week's tournament. Just said, I've been putting so poorly. I was messing around on the side of the green and felt pretty good, so I went with it.
It's a pleasure indeed to welcome our new friend, Mr. Larry Rivers, alongside with the veterans of foreign wars. I know the VFW was founded back in 1899 by the first Americans to fight on foreign soil. 2.2 million proud members. Larry, tell us about the VFW.
Well, as you said, Jim, we're made up of over 2 million members, men and women who have served this country during time of conflict and war. We continue to serve America in a lot of ways. It's just an honor to be here with you today.
And why the association here in Kansas City? I know it's the home base of the VFW, but why the Senior Tour and the VFW?
Well, you know, as far as veterans are concerned, very often we do not tell the story of the good things veterans continue to do for the country. People know of the sacrifice on the field of battle, but we like to believe that veterans continue to be good citizens when they return to their homes throughout America. We thought this was a good opportunity to tell that story with the Senior PGA Tour and with the kind of medium that we, quite frankly, veterans have never used to tell their story.
And it's a real grassroots effort, really limited, I think, only by the imagination of the local posts all around the country.
No question about that, Jim. We have over 10,000 VFW posts in communities around this country. The work they do is almost immeasurable. In every town, whether it be Boy Scout troops or community activities or keeping patriotism alive, VFW members are always there. And as our slogan says, we'd do anything for the country.
That's terrific. Good job, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you very much, Jim. It's a pleasure to be here.
One of the things that the VFW has also done this year, the purse is up $200,000 from last year. Now, Murphy tapped in.
And Colbert made a nice putt for a birdie to tie Murphy. And Summerhays gets back into it at 11 under.
3 shots back of our co-leaders, though. Colbert is under par on the day, and he's still got 16, 17, and 18 left to go. Coming off a win and a runner-up finish in his last 2 events, Jim Colbert entered the 1994 VFW Senior Championship as the hottest golfer on the Senior PGA Tour. After 2 rounds, Colbert's fire was still ablaze. A second-round 63 left the Kansas State grad with a 2-stroke lead over the rest of the field. Colbert continued his fine play on a bogey-free Sunday, and with 5 birdies over the final 12 holes, he took his second victory march in just 3 weeks. With the victory, Colbert became the only 2-time champion in the event's 8-year history.